When I was 13, I was expected to get a job. I live in a small village where this is the norm. And wanting some extra money, when me and my friend turned 13, we got ourselves our first job. My first job wasn't that special. We had to cut roses. Every Sunday morning I had to wake up at 6, go to work. It was humid and dirty. I hated the job. But we were allowed to listen to music, so that made it a little better. The pay was atrocious though, like €2 per hour. But on the positive side, the people were really nice and my boss was kind, so I didn't have it that bad. But I wanted to buy myself a PC, and the €2 per hour weren't going to cut it. So the next summer I got a second job in a garden center. Super smart to go into retail while it's 2022. Yeah, nobody showed up in this place. Also, an important thing to mention is that I worked there with one other person who shared my misery. Let's call her Sophia. My resentment began when we had to work outside in the sun plucking weeds. Well, it was 35 degrees Celsius. And these were tasks that could wait, like this wouldn't be a ride or die task, and I just felt like making some 13-year-old kids do this while you sit lazily inside is just kind of weird. Like, just give us tasks to do on the inside on a hot day. You know what I mean? Next thing that I remember happening was that we were being pit against each other, I think. Well, our boss would be complaining about us to each other, so she would be telling me that Sophia is never there and always busy with her sports game.
What the hell, boy?
While she would tell Sophia that I am lazy and I don't work hard enough. I don't know what the goal was here, because we obviously told each other what was said. Like, I work more with Sophia than my boss, so I don't know what she was thinking. They also talked a lot about their opinions while we were lunching. I got told all about their opinions on vaccines and other stuff.
Oh, hell no, man.
They promised me that I would be taught how to use a register, and they did teach me after a few months, to their credit. But I felt like they didn't really trust me with their money, never said anything. But along with the talking behind my back to the other colleague, I don't think my feelings were misplaced. Especially since our payment agreement was that we would document our own hours, and at the end of the month we would tell her, but she would be keeping point alongside me without telling. So why did I have to document my own hours if you're going to do it yourself anyways? Then we had to clean our boss's new house. So our boss was quite elderly, and the house that the store was connected to was given to her daughter, and they lived together. But I think they were sick of her, so they bought a small movable house. It was so dirty and cold, but of course we had to clean it. This isn't even our job, and later we would also have lunch in that home as well, so this shit was getting too personal. One day I came in 5 minutes late, which they didn't like. I felt a bit unfair, them asking me to conform to rules while they couldn't do the same, but I digress. We got told we were being dropped off in a town that I was quite unfamiliar with. But it was densely populated, so it wasn't that bad. Me and Sophia did find this weird, like, again, this isn't our job. We weren't even warned that we would be doing this. It's just uncomfortable as young kids to be dropped off like that. Our job was to go along houses to give out flyers, but before they left, they warned us we should give out as many flyers as possible, otherwise they would know we slacked off. At the end of the day, we had walked so far and given out so many flyers, but it wasn't all of them. We just got such a big pile we were never going to finish. So in fear, we decided to just throw them away. We felt guilty, but we were just so scared that we would be scolded that we didn't do enough, even though we worked our asses off. When we got picked up and we were back at the store, I was given some extra stacks of flyers and was told to just spread them in my free time. Yeah, I didn't do that. I threw them away when I got home. But this wasn't a once occurring thing, because a few weeks later we got dropped off at another town, which was less populated, and I didn't even know this town. We were literally in the middle of nowhere. We didn't even have any drinks or food with us, so I had to spend a lot of money on expensive drinks because there was only one bar in this whole town. And Sophia never paid me back, and I will never forget that, because that was like a lot of money for me back then, and it just hurts a lot. And we weren't even able to deliver as many folders since this town was so spread out. But even worse was that Sophia had a mental breakdown. She was so scared that they would be mad at her since she was going to quit the job. I really felt for her. But I was also not made to be comforting a girl who was so scared of these people that have just dropped us off in the middle of nowhere with no connections. Yeah, I was pretty happy when they picked us up and I was able to go home. So for anyone wondering how is this legal, it isn't. We were not registered while working there, meaning we did not have to pay any taxes, but we also didn't have any normal regulations you would normally have to follow when you have minors employed. such as we were legally only allowed to work 4 hours, but we had to work for 8 hours. At the time, I didn't know any better. It paid, so I was somewhat content, but I now know that I will never work unregistered again. After that, I decided to take a break from the job, but I was very clear that it was a break, since this job was bad for me mentally, but I did want to come back eventually. But they actually shut down and never told me. My mom found out from Facebook. Yeah, that checks out. But I did actually come across my old boss in my new job. She asked for my help and I was very friendly, and she was just as rude, even ruder than before. I felt like she had something against me. Like she was just so mad that I took that break, and I don't know where it came from, but she was just so weird. At that point, I was just really happy to have left when I did, because I doubt I could have handled that place any longer. If you like this video, please subscribe. Thank you so much for watching my video all the way through. It took me a little longer than expected, but maybe I shouldn't have colored all my frames. That's my mistake. I also wanted to make more animations instead of like colored frames, but I also felt like with it being a story, I wanted to just explain the story well. And animation takes a lot of time, and I only had 1 free week to be able to plan this video, so sadly that didn't come through. I did make some small animations, but yeah, there were like 2 or 3 scenes, so that's a little sad. Anyways, I am still a little unsure about the future of this channel. I really enjoyed making this video, so maybe I will continue to make storytime animations. I'm not sure yet. It is a little difficult with my busy schedule and art school to make consistent videos, even if I wanted to. And also making so many drawings for 1 video is just a lot of effort. If you guys really like this video, I'll make another one, but maybe I won't. It depends. And if it doesn't do well, then I know that it's not worth the effort. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate all of you. Bye!